In 2013, Logan Paul was just some random kid from Ohio studying to become an engineer. He started making goofy videos on Vine and later on YouTube. Today he has 22.7 million subscribers on YouTube and he's making over $23 million a year from 6 income streams, which I'm going to break down today. Let's dive in. How is Logan Paul making his millions? So first off, his boxing matches. This is wild. You've probably heard about Logan Paul versus KSI fight in 2019. This year, Logan Paul is going to fight Floyd Money Mayweather. Yes, I don't know if you've heard about it. This is one of the most famous boxers of all time is fighting a YouTuber. Turns out that Logan Paul can draw a huge crowd of people, and a big crowd means big ass money. So some of the stats, just to give you context about how much money these fights are making. His first fight with YouTuber KSI, that sold 12,000 seats at the Staples Center. Yes, where the Lakers play. And over 1 million pay-per-view buys, making it the biggest amateur fight of all time. So let's take a look at the pricing of the Logan Paul Mayweather fight. They actually did some really nice things to actually maximize the amount of money they're making that we can all learn from too. Number one is that they have a regular early pricing ticket, and then they have an upsell where you get a t-shirt. So I love that they did that. There's one other thing I really gotta point out that was clever here. Look at the packages. So they did a thing where, hey, within certain dates, urgency, like a timer, really nice being like, yo, you gotta go buy these tickets. So in your own businesses or in your own premium content, how do you encourage incentive to get people to take action? I know at AppSumo.com we use timers on a lot of the things we promote for software deals, and it works extremely well. So how much is he actually making from boxing? Apparently the 2019 fight where Logan fought KSI supposedly sold over $11 million worth of tickets, and both him and KSI made over $900,000 each. So this upcoming fight with Floyd is expected to sell at least 10 million in pay-per-view. I would expect at least maybe 2 to 5 times more, and Logan is expected to make 10% of that, so conservatively, he's at least gonna be making $1 to if not $10 million from just this one fight. And I know that doesn't seem crazy if you compare to how much McGregor and Mayweather made from their fight together. Mayweather reportedly earned $280 million, and supposedly McGregor earned $130 million from a previous fight. But if this guy is doing one fight a year, a nice $1 to $10 million a year paycheck from boxing, and a bunch of free press, which actually increases his overall brand, I think it sounds worth it to me. So next up is money coming from his clothing line, Maverick. Let's actually watch the trailer from his clothing line.
Do you remember who you were before the world told you who you should be? When I was a kid, I never fit in. I knew I wasn't destined to follow the crowd. I craved adventure, success, and happiness. See, my ideas were big, but my reality was small. And yeah, people would call me crazy. But who's the crazy one? He who thinks that he can, or he who never tried?
It's a t-shirt. It's not even great material. Like, this is an expensive, like, merino wool Japanese t-shirt, but he's doing an amazing job storytelling. He's creating an experience. It's not your average YouTube promo. And what he does for a lot of these types of brands, he's building an aspirational brand. It's like, hey, I like Logan, I want to support him, or I want to be someone just like him. I want to buy and wear the clothes that he's wearing. So let's actually check out his website. It's maverickclothing.com. It looks like he's got a pop-up. I like that. You guys know I'm into email marketing. So let's actually guess how much money he supposedly made over Black Friday weekend.
I was like, hey Jake, want to hear something crazy? He's like, yeah. I was like, 3 days ago, I sold $1 million in merch in one day, in that one day. You know what's even crazier? He's like, yeah. I was like, I did the same thing the next day. And then I was like, let me stop you there. I did the same thing the day after that. I just made $3 million in 3 days.
How is he actually promoting all this stuff? There's a lot of clever things that he's doing, like giveaways to sell more merch.
Before this video starts, anyone who goes to maverickclothing.com and gets a piece of our new Maverick Smirk collection in the next 7 days, it's automatically entered in a giveaway. We're gonna be giving 100 people the fight for free, and 10 people will get free tickets to the Floyd Mayweather-Logan Paul fight in 2021. maverickclothing.com.
That's good. I mean, this is just like you'd see from like a Honda or a Tesla or an Apple. Really high produced. I love that he's doing giveaways. So how much money is he actually making from his merch line? Let's do some math. He's got 22.7 million subscribers on his main channel. We're gonna assume about 1% of those people buy from his store every single year. The average order value is around $50. His t-shirts are $35, his hoodies are $89. We're gonna do some math. So 22 million people, about 0.01% of his subscribers buy something throughout the year, an average order of $50. We're estimating he's doing around $11 million a year in t-shirts, sweaters, and other merch. You're gonna probably think, oh, is it high, is it low? Think about this, literally just on Black Friday alone, he did $3 million. So we think this number seems conservative for how well he's doing on merchandise sales. One thing we're gonna talk about next is his Maverick Club. So this is interesting.
Guys, this is the most intimate team experience that exists on the internet. This is for the people who really f with me, my friends, our content, people who really wanna be a part of the action. I'm talking about an all access, intimate, uncut, uncensored, behind the scenes, exclusive look at our lives, and a bunch of benefits, including, but not limited to, weekly exclusive content that we are either not allowed to to post on YouTube or probably should not post on YouTube. Limited edition Maverick clothing that you might have seen in some of our videos. Free shipping on your orders. Major site-wide discounts on literally everything. And we're giving away $10,000 a month. And that's just at the beginning. By the end of this, I want to be giving away $100,000.
So he's been doing some of these giveaways. He flies people in to come actually hang out with him. Well, it's like building a great relationship with your audience, and then they're paying to hang out with you. It's amazing. I love it. So how much is he actually making from the Maverick Club? We're gonna assume about 1 in 1,000 of his subscribers actually signs up for this, his true fans. We're gonna do some math. $19.95 a month, 12 months times 22. The size of his audience is just bonkers. So that is generating somewhere on the range of $5,400,000 a year in annual recurring revenue. If you're liking this video and you like Logan Paul, make sure to hit subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell to get notified, ding, when I do my weekly live office hours, as well as I give away free stuff like I gave away my Tesla a few months ago. I love people making money in weird ways. This is one of the weird ways he's been making money, is his Pokemon card side hustle. Pokemon cards, and supposedly, are cool again. It turns out you can make quite a bit of money from flipping them. All of my sports cards literally are almost worth nothing. I don't know how these ones are worth a lot. Let me know in the comments, by the way, if you'd like me to make a video covering this Pokemon card side hustle. I'm curious to actually do a deep dive with our team on it. But Logan Paul is definitely hopping on the trend and making some pretty good returns on his investment. Let's check it out.
Saturday, August 22nd, 7:42 p.m. I get a text from my old pal Gary Vee. Yo, you seen this sports card thing? Of course. Side note, he's talking about the recent boom in sports cards. Apparently, there was a lot of money to be made investing in sports cards, but unfortunately, I don't know anything about sports cards. But I did collect Pokemon cards when I was younger, I told him. Brother, it's the new art. Pokemon, ironically, at the top. Get educated on Pokemon. All right, f it, I'm gonna do it. I love Pokemon. Shouldn't be too hard. And it wasn't. Turns out Pokemon is the highest grossing media franchise of all time, coming in at over $90 billion.
Turns out in one of these videos, he purchased a PSA 10 Charizard, sounds like a taco food, for $150K. And turns out the rapper Logic bought the same card for $220,000 the same month. He also bought a booster box, whatever the hell that is, containing 36 pack of cards, a first edition Pokemon, super rare apparently, in an auction for $200K. But here's where his business genius comes in. Instead of just keeping the box, holding it, appreciating it, kind of what I would do, he pulled a huge stunt out of it.
I am holding in my hand the rarest, most expensive box of Pokemon cards on the planet. This is absolutely insane. Look at how beautiful this is. All right, so obviously a box of this caliber, when opened, deserves to be a spectacle. And that is why on October 9th at 6 p.m. PST, I will be opening this world record-setting $200,000 box of first edition Pokemon cards live.
And he ended up selling all 36 packs inside the booster box for $11,111 each. So let's do some quick maths. This guy's good, man. Much better than I expected. Sold those boxes, 36 each. That is $400,000 almost, for $200,000 in profit just from getting that original booster box versus holding on to it. So he doubled his money. And that's just $270,000 just from 2 Pokemon deals. And he's probably done way more this year. But those are the only ones public that he's put out in these videos. So he's made over $270,000 this year flipping Pokemon cards. Next up is his podcast sponsorship. So Logan Paul has a second channel for his podcast, which has almost 3 million subscribers. His podcast is ranked number 25 in the comedy category on iTunes in the US. It has over 30,000 reviews, which is massive across podcast platforms. That's gigantic. And he monetizes the show through really standard podcast sponsorships.
If you like sex, you love BlueChew.com. BlueChew.com offers many performance enhancement for the bedroom.
We have found out, based on the size of his show and a lot of other comparables, it's around $40,000 per sponsored podcast. And a lot of times what these guys do, which is really smart, is they make people buy multiple podcast ads. So, hey, you need to buy like 3 episodes or 10 episodes. So let's do some math on how much money he's actually making. He does 2 episodes a week. He does 1 ad every other episode. Charges around $40,000 per ad. He's only doing 1 a week. So he's making around $2 million just from the podcast sponsorships. If Logan Paul is your #1 person and you like this video, hit that like button for me. The last one is the most common making money for content creators, is money from YouTube ads. So how many views does he actually get on YouTube? Check out socialblade.com. It looks like he gets around 40 million views a month on his main channel and 17 million views a month on his podcast channel, for a total of 57 million views, which is from socialblade.com. Now, only around 70% of the views on YouTube ads get monetized because some people leave before the ad blockers, whatever that is. So his monetizable available page views is around 39,900,000. So what is Logan Paul's CPM? And so our channel gets around $50 CPM, which is massive, but it looks like the average US CPM is around $7. So let's do some math and actually see how much money he's making from YouTube ads. So the $7 he's making divided by 1,000, so it's every 1,000 views. It looks like he's making somewhere in the range of around $279,300 a month just from these ads. So what is the yearly revenue summary for Logan Paul? His boxing matches, over $1 million a year for him. His clothing line, Maverick, over $11 million a year. The Maverick Club, over $5 million a year from that. His Pokemon card side hustle business, $270,000 a year. Podcast sponsorships, over $2 million a year. And money from his YouTube ads, $3.3 million a year, for a total yearly revenue of $23,485,980. So a quick disclaimer as well, this is his revenue and is not his profit. Also doesn't take into account all of the costs that are incurred to run these businesses. Plus, this is based on our research team's best estimates from everything we found online about it. If you like this video, you want to watch me break down how Mr. Beast is making over $97 million a year from YouTube, check out this video right up here. You'll love it. I'll see you out there, and I love you. Pew pew!